So moving on to nutrition, like talk about this so much. Calories, macros, adherence. You know, and then if you are, I've got internal feedback after this, so we'll just leave it at that for now because these are the objectives. It's like this is what we did.
Yep.
So calories, macros, adherence have to be tracked because if you're in a build, we need to see if we've got enough protein and calories to facilitate the growth of muscle tissue and obviously in performance. If we're in a fat loss phase, we need adequate amounts of protein, but less calories to drive fat loss.
Yep.
And then if those things aren't moving in the direction that we want, we need to see how good the adherence was, because if the adherence was there and all the other metrics suggest that we've hit a bit of a plateau, we need to make an adjustment to move things in the direction that we want. So if you're not tracking your nutrition and you're just like eating healthy, avoiding sweeteners, like avoiding, the nasties and all that stuff, like unfortunately, like that doesn't, neglect the law of thermodynamics. Like it's still a process of energy in, energy out from, a body mass perspective.
Yep.
And you need to be tracking those things and then obviously tracking your macros, because those things are going to facilitate the change in the composition of your physique in the way that you want, as well as improve your performance and your recovery in the gym.
Yeah. It's just so much harder to get a result when you're not doing it.
Yeah. 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 And like, how do you track your nutrition? MyFitnessPal, using some form of tracking app's a good place to go, and then following a meal plan and then finding somewhere in between, like we spoke about last week. Like, I think those two methods and then like the hybrid method in between, like a half of both, is probably the best way to do it.
Yeah. I think, and this is exactly what I do with my clients, every single client that signs up, go and build yourself a meal plan in MyFitnessPal based on the calories, macros that you need, the foods you like, and the times that you can and are willing and able to eat.
Yep.
Do that for 7 days. If you're reactive on the weekend, that's fine. Still be proactive in the morning. If you're going to go to a restaurant, you log it before you get there, that kind of thing. Every single client I have worked with that's done that has had incredible success.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also are the ones that you see in 3 years that are still in shape.
Yeah. I agree.
Because when they come off the tracking, they still know.
Yeah, that's it. I'm so good at eyeballing my food. Like, I get it. There's like a 10%, 20% variance when you eyeball it, but it's like I'm pretty good at just like mimicking the portions if I needed to. And that just comes from, what did I do? Like 1,000 days tracking on MyFitnessPal or something in a row. Yeah. It's just like, you kind of learn some shit.
Yeah. But most people
pay attention.
Most people don't know, like what we just said about the protein part. Most people don't understand even what that means in context.
No, absolutely not.
It's like, it's 12 grams of protein, it's 10 grams of fat, it's 15 grams of carbs. It's like, what does that...
Yeah. And then the other thing as well is like, what changes can you make when you're not making the progress that you want?
Agreed.
Because let's be real. Let's paint the most common scenario. I'm hitting the gym 5 days a week. I'm eating healthy. I'm eating meals that like my, Fitspo eats, because I followed them on their Instagram and they look good. Mm-hmm. I'm still not losing. I'm still not gaining. I'm still not performing the way I want. And then what the fuck do I do now? Yeah. So it's like, I've got to cut a meal out. I've got to remove this food group. I've got to, I've got to do more. So I've got to add cardio after every weight session. Mm-hmm. I've got to go 7 days a week. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like, I can't keep this up forever. I'm hungry. I'm tired. There's a bag of Doritos there. No, I've eaten the cupboard out of everything. Yeah. I feel shit. I'm going to fast now. And then the fucking, the cycle just repeats itself, bro. And it's like, you spoke about how people put on that like 3 to 5 kilos each year just from around Christmas and stuff. When you're in that perpetual cycle, you probably put on 1 to 2 kilos every week. Yeah. And then
lose it.
And then,
lose it and gain it.
Yeah. And then you just never get anywhere.
Yeah.
And
I think that's the most common scenario with at least the people I work with. That slow progressive weight gain comes from doing the right thing during the week.
And doing the wrong thing.
And then you've basically put yourself in a position that you're in a severe deficit without knowing. Then you get into a position where there's social pressure, discomfort, on top of your body's actually like, brother, I'm fucking hungry. And then there's a pizza in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. It's not the right thing. They're doing something that's effective, but it's that effective that it comes at a cost.
Yeah, sorry, the air quotes weren't.
Yeah, because just sending the message.
Yeah.
Because I looked at it, I'm gonna starve myself.
Yeah, doing the right thing in terms of like they are eating good foods. And
Yeah.
I try to eat protein and it's like you have a look at their diet and they're like, brother, you eat 1,100 calories a day, and that's why you have 4,000 on Saturday.
That's why you can't keep. You can sustain it. So yeah. Tracking nutrition is super important.
It's funny, we used to sell that as like metabolic adaptation.
Yeah.
You're driving your metabolic rate down, and then it's like, no, you're just eating too much.
Yeah.
Over a 7-day period, you're eating too much.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've like debunked like even metabolic damage. I don't think it exists.
Yeah.